Rob, quite a game here last weekend against Wasps. Can I start by asking you, for 2 points, what were you most pleased about on Sunday, and what were you least happy with?
Obviously, the most pleasing thing was the character and the qualities we showed in the final half hour and went down to 14 men in a tight game. We almost immediately went down to a level scoreboard, and the next thing we're doing is that we're putting Wasps under pressure and we're scoring points, and we're probably a little frustrated we actually didn't hold on for a win. But 3 points from a 5-try draw is pretty good return with half an hour with 14 men. Well, with our yellow card as well, half the game with 14 men, and I think that was pleasing, the qualities we showed and the fight we had and the spirit we had to make it such a competitive second half. Obviously what we are frustrated about is we probably feel we didn't actually do enough in the first half, or have as much of the game in the first half as we would have liked. We were playing into a pretty stiff breeze, but actually I thought we lacked a little bit of intensity at the start of the game, and we almost felt our way into the game a little bit. And obviously some of the relatively soft scores that Wasps got in their first quarter really are the things that kind of haunt me a little bit. But we've talked about that and we've addressed a few things. But overall, when you get 3 points in a Premiership game against a good side, you've normally got all the things right.
How have you worked on some of those areas this week?
A lot of it, we've got a short turnaround going into Worcester, so a lot of it's been meetings and talking things through. We've had a couple of good run-throughs and sessions. A lot of it is just really getting guys back into Premiership action after a month of European and LV Cup games, and just getting everybody sharp and everybody focused and everybody kind of understanding that actually we need to hit the pitch absolutely flat out. That's what we're good at, that's what suits us, and we make the game very attritional over 80 minutes for every opposition team we play, and actually a little bit of management of games, over management of games, isn't great for us. I think we've accepted that and we've moved on very quickly, and now we're looking forward again up to Worcester.
I mentioned that it was a fairly cracking weekend across the board, wasn't it, in the Premiership, and Worcester, what an amazing result for them against Saracens. You must be very wary of the threat they pose this weekend.
Oh, definitely. They looked well organised this weekend. They looked very comfortable with what they were doing, very good energy, and it's a fantastic challenge for us. We're both really fighting for something. Worcester are fighting to prove that they can climb out of the relegation zone and that they can accelerate forward as a club, and we're fighting because we want to consolidate a place in the top 4, and we want to be back in post-season games, and that makes for really, really good fixtures. I think we prepared really well. Our plan is to show Worcester an awful lot of respect, and you do that by preparing really, really well and playing really well, and that's as far as we've gone really. We're expecting a tough game. We've always prepared very well for away games. We know that points you gather away from home are very precious things, and that we've got to take this game absolutely seriously, and unlike the Wasps game, we've got to go flat out from the start.
You do have a great record against Worcester, 9 wins out of 9.
Yes, and it's a little bit scary. We've had some good records against other teams. We've always beaten Wasps at home at Sandy Park, and so it shows you things change, and the records don't mean too much. What does mean something is how you prepare and how you turn up, and that's very much how we focused. It's a very precious game of Premiership rugby for us. If we want to achieve anything at the end of the season, if we want to have some big games at the end of the season, we've got to do something now. It's what we do now, it's what we do today that matters. I think we've had a good training week so far, but ultimately we've got to turn up on Saturday.
Slightly different surface as well, isn't it? It's artificial surface. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, we've played on a few before. We've performed well at Cardiff, we've performed well at Saracens, so we'll just get on with things. We'll probably have a little look at it on Friday, so the lads can just assess the kind of surface it is and what kind of footwear they want to wear. But nowadays, professional players, they just get on with things. It's not something you can make excuses about. We'll get there. We'll look at it as an opportunity to be able to play good rugby. That's what you have to do, and hopefully we can, as I say, perform well enough to get some control in the game.